Yes, started.
Okay. Good morning, guys. So, yes, it is started. In last class, we have seen validation rules of fields passing. So, how the formulas should be used and some type of formula. You guys do look into formulas method. I hope you guys have gone through those. We'll look into the workflow rules. See, sometimes you use mail some student pay the fee, then you have to send some email notification. If you want to send some alerts, like this, something alerts if you want to send, these are automated process, means you don't need to go to the customer record and send the email notification. Instead of that, if you want to send any information or any actions have to be performed automatically, then those are called automated processes. Okay. Now a workflow. So a workflow is an automated business process, okay, which is used to perform four types of actions. Okay. First one is email alert. Second one, field update. Third one, task creation. And fourth one, outbound message. Okay. Next, what is email alert? Email alert is sending an email to the emails. Sending an email is nothing but email alert. Field update means if you want to change the value of any field based on some criteria or formula, then you can go for the field update. So task create. See this. What is a task create? So when you open any customer record or any of the records, there will be one related list called tasks and notes and attachments or something like this. Open a new task. If you want to create one task, then you can the workflow rule. Okay. And again, outbound message. See, if you want to send some information to the external system, or let's say if you have an application in Salesforce and there is another application in Java or .NET something, if you want to send the information to the other system, then you can use the outbound message. Okay. So if someone asks what is workflow, workflow is an automated business process which is used to perform four types of actions like email alert, field update, task creation, and outbound message. Okay. There are two kind of workflow rules. Immediate workflow rules. Okay. Second one is time-based workflow rules. Immediate workflow rules and based workflow rules. Usually in workflow rules, so there are three kind of informations on this. Okay. So there will be two kind of criterias. One is rule criteria. Second one is evolution criteria. In Salesforce workflows, two things will be there. One is rule criteria. Second one is evolution criteria. Okay. So what is a rule criteria? Rule criteria is nothing but condition. When the workflow rule should be called rule criteria. Then evolution criteria is another situation like what is the event it has to be done to trigger the workflow. Means there should be an update, like the record creation or record update should be done to find the workflow rules. In that place, what is the evaluation criteria? There are three kinds of evaluation criteria. One is created. Second one is created or edited. Created and edited anytime. And third one is created or edited to subsequently meet the criteria. These are the evolution criteria. Okay. So just observe that how I'm going to create workflow rules. Okay. So later you can note down all of this. Now, let's say I'm going to create one email field in this one, customer email, or let's say, okay, let it be here itself. Email. And give name like customer email. So I'm adding this one, two. Now, let's see what I need to do. I need to send an email. Criteria is send an email to the customer email when the customer is created. Okay, first one. Okay, means when a customer record is created with email notification like welcome email, just simply I'll say this new, and when I create one customer, then I have to send hi, just welcome email, some blank one. Okay, so for that one you need to create workflow. So go to the setup. Okay, here automated process will be there. Create workflows and approvals. Okay, here workflow rules. Okay, or simply what you can do, if you want to do any concept, you just type here. That's it. Workflow rules. So for workflow rules, there will be four kind of actions I told you, right? What is a workflow? If you want to see this, just click on this. See this. You can study this one and you can understand this. Flow automates the following type of actions based on your organization process. Tasks, email alerts, field update, outbound message. To the user, role or record owner. Send an email to one or more recipients you specify. Field updates. Update the value of the field on a record. Send a secure configuration API message. Okay. So this is what a workflow rule. Okay. Workflow concept, criteria that causes the workflow rule, and immediate actions that has to be. So I'll explain one by one. There will be two kind of actions, immediate actions and time-based actions. Okay. So first one, so workflow, how to create. Workflow is like this one. select the object name. Next. Okay. Give the inflow rule. First, name will be there, name and description. Second one is evolution criteria. What is evolution criteria? There are three evolution criteria: created, and anytime. Three are. I'll help you to understand. First, created, what it does. Okay. Then rule criteria. What is the rule criteria? Rule criteria is nothing but the condition, on which condition it has to be there. Okay. So first thing, I can as I can use the formula, or I can use the criteria or met. So advantage and it was disadvantage are, if you use the criteria are met, then you can just give like this one. Email is customer. There's a customer email. It's current usage.
Scroll down below it is there.
Where is this?
Okay,
What
it's under
email?
the current user.
Customer email. It's not this. Okay. So you can use like this, customer name not equals to test. And another one, another condition also you can use, customer party equals to some test. Now here you can add the filter conditions, like if first condition and second condition are true, and or first condition is true or second condition is true, you can use like this. So if you use this one, then there will be less number of records will be, like this rows can be limited, up to 50 rows only can be added. Okay, that is the disadvantage. So try to use, if you have small conditions, then you can use this kind of thing. Else what you can use formula elements. Okay, so what we can use is, if email is not blank, then only we can trigger this workflow. Otherwise, it won't send an email, right? So use not of is blank. So here, not of is blank means if email ID is not blank, then you can send it. Is this customer email? Is this circle is given or not? Customer. Is there? I think I've selected different customer name. Yes, selected customer is different. Okay. send welcome email. First one created. Give it the description is this workflow sends an email notification to the customer email. Okay. Now here you can give say this customer email. You can so is not equals to null. Equals not equals to blank. Okay. Just next. Okay. So it is not equals to null. Send this is right. Else what you can do is there itself edit, use this formula evaluates to not of is blank of customer. Okay. So this is how you can give in both ways. This is rule criteria. This is evolution criteria. So in this evolution criteria, what is this evolution criteria? Evolution criteria is it describes that when this workflow rule should fire. We have events like a workflow rule. I mean, you can create a record, you can edit a record, and you can delete and undelete the records, right? In all the cases, you cannot send the email alerts or field updates, or you can't perform task creation and outbound message sending. Okay, but this workflows can run only on creating the record or updating the record. Okay, so what is this one? Created means when a new record is created, immediately do the this work. That's it. Okay. Now here you can activate this. Before that, add any action. So whenever a record is created, what has to be done? Now, as per our scenario, we have to send an email to the customer email when the customer is created. So that's why we have selected the evolution criteria as record is created. Okay. Now add this, add one new email alert. Have to send an email. This is email. So here, what we are going to do? Let's create one email alert. So for email alert, you have to give description, welcome email for customer, or let's say customer welcome email. You can give any name, email. Okay. Next, email template. For now, you can select any email template. Later, I'll tell you how to create the email. Then who will be the recipient? Okay, recipient means whom we have to send an email. So recipient type may be any user or account owner, case team, creator. Creator means who creates the record. Let's say if I create the customer record, then I will be the creator. Email field. So the email field we can select, and if any emails, public groups, related contact, related user, roles and subordinates, users. Okay. If you want to send an email to any specific users also, you can select. I'll let you know this later. For now, let it be this one. Okay. and up to 5 email addresses you can use. Like let's say if I want to send an email to Harish at Gmail. Okay, like this, one by one, you can have up to 5 email addresses. This is just like when you are sending an email, it will be the BCC. Okay. Now here, from email address will be there. Usually, if you have organization-wide email addresses, that will be displayed here. Else, this will be the from current users. Okay. Now, let me select this one. So, email alert, you have to select the description, give the unit name, have to select the email template, then who will be the recipients. Simple. And save this. Now, okay. So you have to do the activate for the workflow. Until unless if you activate that, it won't send any email alerts. Okay. So this is workflow. What we have done, we have created a workflow with evaluation criteria when a record is created, and the rule criteria is if customer email is not back, then sending one email. That's it, right? So let's go and create one user, like give the okay, I'm giving this email address, whatever I have opened now. Okay, so just go and save the record. Now this workflow should send an email alert to this one. Okay, so this is now, this is the email alert. Okay, so this is how email alert will be sent. Okay, now for the same email, for same workflow rule, let's add another action. You can add any number of actions. Up to 10 email alerts can be added, 10 workflows or field updates can be added, and 10 others also can be added. Means if we have 4 types of actions, right? New task creation, email alerts, field update, outbound message. So for one workflow, you can have 10 email alerts like this one. This is one email alert. Like this, you can have 10 email alerts and 10 field updates can be there. 10 outbound messages will be there. 10 task creations. Total 40 actions can be performed through one workflow. Okay. Now let me create one thing called new task creation. Okay. Task is nothing but a record. Let's say here new task. Okay. When a new record is created, I have to create one task with the subject, anything like email or call or something. So I'll say that status is not sorted and what is the priority comments. I don't want to create it manually. It should be done automatically when a workflow is fired. So select this one. Task creation. Subject is testing the workflow. We can give. Okay. Name, due date. What is the due date? Means one task is there means that has to complete. When it has to complete, give that customer created date or rule trigger date. Rule trigger date means whenever the workflow rule is created, that time will be considered as the rule trigger date. Okay, and created date when a customer is created on that time, that will be as a created date. Okay, so now plus 4 days you can give for they are giving plus or minus. Okay, so this one rule trigger date plus 4 days. I'll show how it works. Status is not started, normal, priority, test counts. I'm giving. Okay, just task creation. Okay, this is one action I have given, and let's create another field called one checkbox. I'm going to give, let's say, I'll give this one number field. This is customer, right? Customer wallet. Okay, wallet amount you can give. Now here, so what I'm trying to do is, let's do one field update. Okay, what is it is, when a customer is created, automatically assign some 10,000 rupees as the wallet amount. Okay, automatically, just 8 wallet. You have to select which one you have to update, wallet amount. Okay, how you have to update. So use the formula or use this one. So let's say if you have some country or something, you can give, let's say, I'll give one example here. Select the, give some address, some text value I'm going to create. Country. Update. Okay. What I'm going to do is bonus update. Okay. So here, let me select wallet amount, then give a formula. Okay. So what is the formula? Let's say if country is India, give as 10,000, else give as 15,000. Is what the formula I have to use. Use this if condition. If is, give this one, country equals India, okay, as 10,000, else 15,000. These are you can use. Okay, just syntax or syntax errors, save it. Okay, done. Now, these three actions can be performed when a new customer is created. Let me create a new customer here. Customer 6, I'm giving the customer email, same. Let's say I'm giving wallet amount as something, some number also. This can be overridden by the workflow. US, India, save this. Okay. Now, if you see this, wallet amount has updated to 10,000 as country is India and email is not blank. So now this one is testing the workflow. Task is created. Okay. So this is what a workflow will do. Outbound message now we can't do because we do not have any other system to do this. I'll explain later. Just take a look on this. What is a outbound message? Sending an information to the external system which is in the XML file. You can say that I do not have any experience also. There is no issue. Okay. What has to send? What it does is it will send, it will generate one XML format, WSDL. This form we have to send to the external system. So then they have to do their own work. Then it will be sending that outbound message. Okay. Now, so this is what we had. Okay. So a workflow is an automated business process which is used to perform four types of actions. One is email alert, field update, task creation, and outbound message. Okay. Then in the workflow, we have two kind of criteria. One is rule criteria. Second one is evaluation criteria. Rule criteria is nothing but condition when the workflow should be triggered. Okay. And evaluation criteria we have. Okay. What is the evaluation criteria? Evaluation criteria is nothing but when the uh, rule should be triggered on the events. What event it is? Create event or update event or what it is. Okay. Now, just for your information, okay, let's say I have deactivated this. Okay, see if you have activated this one, so this one is not, say, you can't add new time triggers to activate. Okay, what is time trigger? Time dependent actions. This is also called as time dependent workflow rules. Okay, what is a time dependent? Means, say in a workflow, when a record is created, immediately these actions are performed, right? When a record is created, immediately this has performed. Now, instead of that, I want to send some information, okay, after 6 hours. Let's say now it is created after 2 days or 5 days or 6 days, whatever the time. I want to send some email notification or have to perform one field update or I have to send some task creation, whatever it is. Okay, that those are called as time dependent workflow actions. Okay, one workflow can have immediate actions as well as workflow actions. If the workflow rule is activated, then you can't create the time dependence actions. For that, you have to deactivate that. Then you can create time triggered actions. Add time triggered. Okay. So now you can give it after creating the customer, you can send the after this one. Let's say 4 days after customer created date. Means if you create customer today and then this action can be performed after 4 days as you are giving, or you can give is hours also. Okay. 1 hour after customer created date. Okay. Now just save this. So on this one, what action you can do? Okay, this time triggered actions can be added 10 time triggered actions. Then here new task, email, field update, outbound message. You can do anything here. Okay. So if you want to add another time trigger, let's say after 1 hour, if you want to perform the another action after 4 hours, you can add another one. Okay. Like this, you can add up to 10. Now here, I'm going to create another task assigned to this user. Subject is time-based action. I'm doing this. Okay. So what is the due date? Created date plus 7 days. You can do. Save. Now this time-based action has been added. Okay. Activate this. See, when you want to perform some time-based actions, then in the process automation settings, you have to give the default user. Okay. So for that, use any user. What is the default user means? If you want to perform some system email notifications, you should give one default user in the process automation settings. Okay. Activated. Now let's create one customer. Can clone it also. Giving 7 and instead of India, I'm giving US. Now save this. Okay. As this is US, the wallet amount has been updated to 15,000. Okay. So this action is performed. Task creation is done. Email alert should have sent already. You can see this. This one. Choose customers we have created. This is the latest one. Okay. This is called the workflow for created. Okay. Now let's run this. And one more thing is, once you create the time-based actions, now this action should be performed after 1 hour, right? It should be triggered somewhere else. What you can do is, you can use time-based actions. Okay? Time-based workflows. Monitor, under monitor, you can have time-based workflows. Just search here, you can get this. Okay, customer 7, for customer 7 record, it is going to send an email, this one. So what is scheduled is 8:17 p.m. Okay, this is US timing, that's why it is taking like this. Okay, so what you can is to understand clearly profile. So this one, this is PDT, Pacific Daylight Saving. Okay, you can use UST, sorry, IST, Indian Standard Timings, 5:30 it is. This one. There will be two, Asia Colombo and Asia Kolkata. You can select anyone, both times are same. Save this. Now go to this setup. I'll tell you while creating the user records in this. But now you can just try to understand this one. That's it. Search. Okay. Now see this. So what is schedule time? 8:47. At 7:47 we have created the record. So now this is 8:47. So our timing also same. 7:50. 3 minutes back we have created a customer record. Now after 1 hour means at 8:47 a.m. this email alert or time-based action can be triggered. If you want, you can delete this also. Okay. So if you want to then send an email after 1 hour, delete. Can be deleted, but it cannot be undeleted. Be careful before deleting. Okay. So this is one thing. Okay. Any questions till now?